Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be reacting to some creepy stuff. Yeah, on chills. Yeah, this is going to be leaving some chills, so I won't be able to sleep tonight. Ugh. Oops. Yeah. Let's get on to it.
Number 15,
Okay.
The Mob. Whether in the darkness of night or in broad daylight, the open road is one of the most unpredictable places known to man. For instance, watch what happens when an angry mob targeted this driver's vehicle. At around 6 p.m. on a Monday, near Calais, France, partially demolished, more than a dozen men descended on Young's vehicle, some with concrete, all filled with anger, and the entire encounter was caught on dash cam. The men threw rocks of granite at his window, 2 pieces of which went through his windshield, resulting in €2,500 worth of damage to the truck. Young suffered injuries to his eye and forehead and feared for his life as the attack occurred. This doesn't seem to be the mob's first offense. Young said more driver protection is needed in this area. While the video only shows about a dozen men, Young noted that there were about 30 or 40 out of sight on the hard shoulder of the road. Number 14, Passed Out. This entry comes from Texas, where a woman was discovered by Fulshear Police Department, passed out on the center of a dark highway early one Saturday morning. The dashcam footage from Sergeant Scott's car reveals the moment he came across the motionless body lying in the center of the road. The footage shows a vehicle missing the woman by a hair, having to swerve to avoid her. This is when Sergeant Scott springs into action, rolling to a stop in the middle of the road, flashing lights on. Scott races to the woman's side and helps her up. She stumbles to the side of the road. The woman had driven her car into a ditch nearly 200 yards from where she was. Instead of calling for help or flagging down passers-by, she crawled onto the road to take a nap. While it's surprising that no one stopped to help the woman, apart from Sergeant Scott, she should thank her lucky stars that no one ran her over. Number 13, Face Down on the Road. This one is terrifying, as the motive of this person is still unknown. It happened on Thornlie Road. The unidentified woman who posted the video said that her and her father were driving when she spotted the strange shape on the road, and as they approached, she noticed the figure was a human body. She knew then that something was wrong. She realized it was not just any human body, but that of a teenage boy. As the vehicle rolled to a halt, the boy in question jumped to his feet and, in a zombie-like stride, approached their vehicle. The woman told her father to drive off. He reversed a bit and then started forward. and the boy approached the woman's window. She said later that had she been alone, she isn't sure how she would have reacted. She believes the boy was hoping to catch someone driving solo so early in the morning, not a pair of people. Somebody could have easily seen him lying there and stopped and got out of the car, and I have no idea what would have happened then, she said. Number 2, a deer or a cow perhaps, but might an entire over a long period of time, it wouldn't be unusual to hallucinate a sighting on the side of the road, a deer or a cow perhaps, but Rosa was traveling across what the narrator describes as a far-flung area. They had to take an alternative route from the original, as one was flooded, while another was shut down due to a landslide. After enough road was cleared to cross, they traveled across the mainly deserted, uninhabited area. No street lamps, some trees, but mainly just road. It was after midnight when, out of nowhere, they saw it. And hands covering his face. An uproar can be heard on the video as they pass the figure, and most of the people in the car claim to have seen the boy. They wanted to stop and return, but the area was unsafe, so they decided to watch the dash cam footage to make sure that their eyes weren't deceiving them. The footage showed a white blob-like orb figure to one passenger. If he was really just a spirit, I hope he can. Officers stopped to assist a car that had broken down on the side of Southeast Loop 820 in Forest Hill, Texas. They probably weren't thinking this was a super risky call, but they'd be wrong, as the 3 police officers and 2 motorists awaited a tow truck, lights flashing. A vehicle sped at top speed towards them, completely out of control, and they nearly didn't notice until it was too late. You can see in the video that the group is oblivious to what is about to happen. A police car slammed head-on into another and barely avoided the broken-down vehicle and all the people milling around on the shore. When the car and was detained at the scene, although no one was hurt, they very well could have. 2014, in Indianapolis, Indiana, a woman was sitting in her car outside an office building with a dash cam recording in process. In the video, a person can be seen walking past her vehicle wearing a strange mask, laughing as she asks the group where they got their masks, but soon she learns that this isn't a joke as they smash out her windows and rob her. Was pulled out of her vehicle by her hair and thrown on the ground by a woman in a face mask and camo jacket. The attacker then took the woman's cell phone and purse. It seems this wasn't the group's first attack of the day. Mudslide. How does it feel to be caught in a mudslide? One California Highway Patrol dash cam has the answer. This patrol vehicle's dash cam managed to capture the Montecito mudslide prior to its arrival on the freeway. At the time, the officers were responding to reports of a structure fire in the area in the morning of January 9th. This was before reports were made of the mudslide.
Mike, get in the car. Mike, get in the car. Get in the car, Mike. Get in the car. Get in the car. Back up.
As a result, the patrol vehicle slammed straight into the mud flow on Olive Mill Road, where it was lifted slightly from the road, its wheels spinning. The mud flow took the vehicle on a 180-degree whirlwind before it was able to regain traction. After being taken along with the flow for a while, they were eventually able to get ahead of it. The officers stopped only to shout at a pedestrian to get out of here. Then they called in the incident and inspected their... Unexpectedly, it may appear. Number 8. Witchcraft. In June of 2015, police officer Malik ventured into the woods and managed to capture something incredibly unexpected on camera. In the video, as Malik drives his routine patrol route, he starts to turn off-road, where he encounters a scantily dressed woman. At 3:41 in the morning, the temperature outside is very cold, so the woman's clothing choice is very strange. In the video, as the police vehicle approaches, the woman's flame burns brighter. With her arms crossed, she appears to be levitating ever so slightly off the ground. She doesn't move as the police headlights spotlight her, that is, until she extends her arms in a gesture, seemingly ritualistic. Witchcraft isn't always dark. Some who practice witchcraft or Wicca are attempting to exploit nature's spiritual and elemental forces by forcing their energy via practiced rituals in order to find a sense of harmony and balance with nature. But of course, witchcraft doesn't get its bad reputation for nothing. Some may practice with a darker agenda. Number 7. For whatever reason, most unsolved mysteries always seem to be captured on either dashcam, CCTV systems, or drones. With this in mind, here are 13 of the most unsolvable situations I could analyze. Number 13. It's late at night and YouTuber Molly the Leg is the only car on the road. When he sees something that doesn't make sense, follow the curvature of the road and look in the distance to see it.
What was that? What? I saw somebody on a bicycle or something like that.
Up ahead, Molly the Leg sees a bright light cross the road and then suddenly disappear. What's also strange is how the street lights start flickering when this happens. He has no idea what the moving light was. It couldn't have been a car because there was nowhere for vehicles to go but straight. Molly the Leg even used Google Maps to verify this, so I'm at a complete loss. Number 12. A driver in Singapore thinks they have a clear lane ahead when something to the right startles. We live in relative safety from day to day, but as these videos show, traumatic events can happen at any day, any time. None of us are truly ever completely safe, and these videos could have easily happened to anyone.
Let's go to the stream.
Give us a side. What was that?
You see something?
We just got something on video.
What was it?
Well, this could just be a speck of dust. The timing is too much of a coincidence to deny. Let me know if you believe Lee Boggs captured something on tape, or if you think they've been spending too much time in the attic. Number 9. A man at work accidentally locks himself in a large attic. He's trying to open the door when he hears a strange noise and decides to start recording. He thinks out loud that it could be a rat or a pipe as he cautiously continues to film.
I'm getting kind of a spooky vibe up here. Right there. There it is again.
Soon he realizes that the strange thump is coming from the very top of some steps that he has never seen before. He climbs the steps and suddenly feels like he is no longer alone.
Hello?
Apparently he was right. Something clatters to the ground and sends him running down the steps. I'm not sure how he managed to get out, but when he did, I'm sure he was glad he had plenty of video evidence to back up his claims. Number 8. A YouTuber named Ariane Childress is a ghost hunter using some sort of paranormal software that I'm not familiar with. It almost looks like split-screen night vision with some sort of enhancement feature on the right. Anyway, Ariane uses the program to capture what appears to be an oversized face lingering in her window.
No, seriously, I'm like looking at this window. There's nothing out there. It looks like there's a face. That's really creepy.
She says that she's been feeling watched in real life when she turned the app on and pointed it towards the window. Meanwhile, the colors continue to switch from pitch black to a gray discolored face.
Not normal.
Be sure to let me know what this app is and how it works if you have any knowledge. Number 7. A YouTuber named Joseph Chan Sloan has been experiencing paranormal happenings around his house for quite some time now. Most of the activity happens around his bedroom, though no part of the house seems off limits. After giving a brief tour of his house, Joseph turns out most of the lights and goes to bed with the camera running. He wants to catch the ghost in action. It isn't long before everything he was afraid of starts to happen. Joseph wakes up and grabs the camera. He races around the house trying to find an intruder, but comes up with nothing. Let me know if you think this is real, and if not, how he did this all by himself. Number 6.
Guys,
a YouTuber named the Ghost Metalhead 666 is filming an empty room in the castle of King Henry VIII when suddenly a visitor materializes before his very eyes. Look in the bottom left corner to see it. The YouTuber captures the translucent outline of a small child. You can see how the toddler starts out on the floor and unsteadily climbs to its feet. The head, arms, and legs are unmistakably human-like.